Okay guys, I realized that I said that I wasn't going to post another video until Friday or Monday. But, I've gotten some views and I've gotten some responses and was on YouTube earlier today and found some things that I found pretty disturbing. I've got a list actually of things that I'm going to address in this video in front of me. So, first things first, respond to the comments that I got. First of all, I think it was Savvy Sang that said that I called the extremist a liar. Never said he was lying, I just said he was an extremist. However, that is his lifestyle, and I am not one to judge. I'm just saying that's a little bit extreme for me. Never called him a liar. Second, he also said that sustaining yourself on animal blood wasn't sufficient or something like that. Not exactly sure, don't quote me. But, again, I do it, so not sure where you're getting that information, because I know other people that do it as well. So again, not sure exactly where you're getting that information. He also said that my remaining anonymous was impossible because my watermark over the video was not at 100%. Okay, no, it wasn't at 100%. I didn't want it at 100%. So that there was something moving in the background to keep people's attention. So, well, as much as I hated to, I set my watermark at 100% to prevent the people like that from critiquing my anonymity. And I cannot pronounce that word. And I know anonymousness is not a word, so. Second on today's agenda, I saw, and this made me laugh my ass off, a video on YouTube. And the name of it was The Truth About Vampires, in parentheses loud music, and other parentheses. There was something else, but I don't remember what it was. I actually have the link to the video, and I'm going to post the link to the video. But I laughed so hard. I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, I couldn't believe that somebody would even post this. Give me just a second. I'm trying to figure out. I've got the newest version of Microsoft Word, and I'm not quite used to it, and that's what I've got as my list, and I cannot figure out how to get this crap on the side to go away. I really can't, because it's about to irritate me. Oh well, we'll do that. Just zoom out so I can actually see what all I wrote. Okay. The video said, I've got a list of everything that the video said, and I'm going to post the link to the video. But I've got a list of everything that it said. I went through the video, paused it, and typed out what it said, so that I could word for word tell you what this freaking thing said. And I copied and pasted what was in the comments. Or in the description, I'm sorry. In the description, it said, this is information to shed light on vampires. 1, a vampire will be silent when they walk. Clothes may make noise. I don't walk silently. I really don't know a whole lot of people that do. I mean, even your footsteps make noise. Especially if you're wearing freaking heels. And I know one of my best friends is a vampire, and she likes to wear heels all the time. So, I'm not sure where he got that information. 2, every vampire will have style of eyes described. I'll get into that in a second. He actually describes what your eyes are supposed to look like. This one is what baffles me. It made me laugh so hard. I'll get into that in a minute. 3, greater natural kinesis. In parentheses, energy control. In parentheses, again, telekinesis is controlling kinetic energy. Close parentheses, voyance and pre-recognition abilities. Okay, I don't even... I'm not even going to touch base on that one. I'm really not. And it's not because I have nothing to say, but it's because I can't prove or disprove this one. So I'm just going to leave that one alone. 3, we feel older than we are. I don't feel any older than I am, actually. I still feel younger than I am. Like, I'm almost 19 years old, and I still feel like I'm 16, honestly. Like, it hasn't hit me that I'm an adult, I guess. I don't know. 4, we don't feel well in sunlight. I can't speak for everybody here. I can only speak for myself. I love being out in the sunlight. I really do. I have a nice dark tan. I like to go tanning. I like to spend time outside, especially during the summer when it's not freaking cold. And I mean, right now, where I'm at, it's technically winter, and it's nice outside during the day, and I like being outside. And I have no ill effects in the sunlight, except for occasionally if I spend too much time outside, I'll sunburn, but who doesn't? Then he goes into the best way to tell if you're a vampire. And I was like, wait a second. You're gonna tell people how to tell if they're a vampire? What? Okay, so his way of telling if you're a vampire is if you're pale, you can have a medium rare steak. And if your skin turns a pinkish color, then you are definitely a vampire. If that works, then go outside and enjoy the sun. Alright, let me just... Give me just a second here. First of all, if you're pale, and you eat any kind of red meat, your skin is going to turn a pinkish color. Because red meat gets your blood flowing. Like, there's certain enzymes in the red meat that increase your blood flow. It's a proven fact. Not only that, but if you're eating, your metabolism's kicked up, therefore your heart rate's going up a little bit. So yeah, you're going to get a pinkish tone to your skin. And as for if that works, go outside and enjoy the sun. Okay, you just said that vampires don't feel well in the sunlight, so why would somebody go outside in the sun if they don't feel well in the sunlight? So his little theory here is already, like, contradicting itself. Then he goes on and gets information from this chick. I don't know who she is, but she gives him this information. Says that the rest of these came from her. Taste buds are more sensitive. Okay. Well, that depends on whether you smoke or dip or not. I mean, honestly, I used to be able to taste really, really well. And now things are a little bit more bland because I've been smoking for, I don't know, 6 years? Yeah, 6 years. No. My math is wrong. I've been smoking for 4 years. And it's not something I'm proud of, and I'm not bragging about smoking for that long. Don't get me wrong. I don't suggest anybody start smoking. But I've been smoking for 4 years now, so my taste buds are a little messed up. My dad's been dipping chewing tobacco for, oh god, I don't even know. He's in his 40s. Yeah, I mean, he's human. Let me just go ahead and throw that out there right now. My dad's human. And his taste buds are screwed. Like, he can't taste hardly anything. So, how does that, I mean, what you do, like if you smoke or if you dip chewing tobacco or even people that drink excessively, your taste buds are going to be altered by those things. So your taste buds are more sensitive. Any human can have incredibly sensitive taste buds because they don't have any vices. So that one is ridiculous. This is how to tell if you're a vampire, by the way. Emotions have a greater effect on people closest in age and closer emotionally, and can predict what they think and what they do, and can influence them. Okay, let me just go on to say here, that's not necessarily a vampire. That could also be an empath, which happens to be my best friend in the world. She knows how I'm feeling. She can actually alter my emotions. I don't know if she can predict what I'm thinking. And I don't know how that has anything to do with emotions. But okay. The next one is our heartbeats adjust to make a human feel comfortable. What the I can't even respond to this one. I do have a higher heart rate than my father. But that's because of some health issues that I have. I mean, honestly. My heartbeat does not adjust to make my dad feel comfortable. My heartbeat does not adjust to make my best friend feel comfortable. I have a typically higher heart rate. I mean, it's not ridiculously high. It's a little above average for a human. For the average human being. So, they're making it seem like your heart rate is going to be drastically different. The gaze is to lure in prey even though we don't kill. What the does that mean? Let me just that's not covered in the freaking video. That's just a random statement. A random statement. And then the last one that she says is we choose who we are social with based on how the person smells. Okay, I can agree with this one to a point, because if somebody walks past me and they smell like a freaking garbage can, I'm not going to go talk to them. And I'm not being shallow, I'm just saying, like, if somebody smells bad, why would you go out of your way to go talk to them? Unless they are really, really pretty. And then I could kind of understand it. But at the same time, like, if somebody smells good, you're gonna go talk to them. That's what basically. Oh my god. This video just cracked me up, I'm not even gonna lie. So, after I read these friggin' description things, all the indicators in the description, I watched the video, took notes on the video, wrote down everything the video said. The video says vampires are sensitive to sunlight. Okay? Not every vampire is sensitive to sunlight. Now, I'll hand it to you, my eyes are a little bit more sensitive to sunlight than my dad's or my best friend or my mom or, you know, my little brother. My eyes are a little bit more sensitive, but I don't have perfect vision. And I have astigmatism, which can affect the way your eyes reflect light, therefore being sensitive in bright light. So, not sure how that is completely and totally true. Again, I'm only speaking for myself here. We heal quicker. Okay? I'm not gonna lie. Typically, and I'm not speaking for everybody, I'm speaking for myself and my small circle of friends and acquaintances that I know that are of the vampire species. That just sounded really bad, by the way. My small circle of friends that are vampires, let me put it that way, so I don't sound so animalistic. We do heal quicker. I mean, me and my friends, like, we have a kick-ass immune system. But I think it's because we're taking in, and I mean, this is just me, like, I don't know this for a fact, but I think, this is my theory on this, I think it's because we're taking in so much extra energy. I apologize for all the background noise, I'm resituating. I think it's because we're taking in so much extra energy and so much extra life force that our immune system's just kind of built up a tolerance to a lot of things. To, like, a stronger tolerance than most average humans. The next thing that the video says is we are stronger, quicker, and smarter than average humans. Alright. Now, I'm not trying to be mean here. I'm really not. Because if any of my friends watch this video and figure out that it's me making it, they would kick my ass. Because I'm about to say this. Some of my friends, some are psychic vampires and some are sanguinarian vampires. But some of them are dumber than a box of rocks. I'm not even kidding. Like, some of them are just stupid. Like, not even bless your heart, you're dumb. Just, how many times did you fall out of the crib on your head when you were an infant stupid? Like, honestly. And there's no excuse for them to be this stupid. They have no mental illnesses. They have no disability. They're just freaking stupid. Like, common sense is not common for them. So there goes that one right out the window. Stronger and quicker, okay? Never really recognized whether I was stronger or not. I haven't gone and hit the gym to figure out what I can bench recently, or ever. I know I can leg press like 380 pounds, but I mean I have a decent sized body build, so I don't think that's really that uncommon. Faster? Like I said in the first video, I'm about average speed. I mean, I can book it when I want to, but I don't typically want to. And then the next thing in the video says how to identify a vampire is how it's worded. But I wrote it down as they can be identified by a dark ring around the iris with different color inside the iris than on the outside. Okay, now let me just say that 99% of human beings have a dark ring around the iris of their eye. One of my good friends is human, or one of my good friends from high school was human, and she had like baby blue eyes, but the ring around her iris was like almost black, honestly. It was that dark. I mean, she's completely human. As for the different color inside the iris than on the outside, which is, he's talking about around the pupil. Most people, I think it's like 78% of people, or 88%, something like that. I looked up the percentages earlier. I looked up the percentages earlier, and there's a very high percentage of people that have like a different color around their pupil than they do on the outside of their iris. Like for me, for example, I'm looking at my eyes right now, and I do have a really dark ring. It's almost black. My eyes are like really bright green on the outside, and more of a yellowish, brownish green on the inside, around the pupil. But that's not uncommon at all. The next thing is our emotions will affect the emotions of those around us, especially babies and cats. Okay? If you're really happy and you're sitting next to somebody who is very calm, you're going to make the person next to you very happy. You're going to get them in a better mood. If you're sitting next to somebody sad, you're going to put them in a better mood. If you're sad and the person next to you is very happy, either they're going to put you in a better mood, or you're going to bring them down. That's just how it works in reality, whether you're a vampire or not. As for babies and cats, okay, babies are the best judge of character. I'll give them that one. But that has nothing to do with emotion. And cats, I'm only speaking for myself and a few of my friends here, but cats don't like me at all. Cats tend to steer clear of me. I've owned one cat in my entire life, and this cat thought it was a dog. And it was when I was small child. I was like 2 or 3. Okay. No, I was 2, because all I could say was Key Cat. So we ended up naming the cat KC for Kitty Cat. That's the only cat I ever owned, and it thought it was a dog. Next is naturally tired during the day and more awake at night. Okay, that's any teenager. Honestly, that's any teenager. And typically when you're finding out you're a vampire, you're going to be between the ages of, I don't know, 10 and 18. I mean, you're going to find out when you're hitting your teen years. As soon as you start hitting puberty, things are going to change in your body. Blah, 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 blah. We've all had that talk. But you're typically going to figure out that you're a vampire between those ages too, because once you hit puberty, your hormones and stuff change, and that's when the vampirism really starts to kick in. Now, granted, you're going to know from the beginning, from the get-go, that, you're different. But when you really start figuring out what you are, you're going to be in your teen years. So, as for the more tired during the day and more awake at night, okay, I think that's every freaking teenager. Or any child that goes to school for that matter. I don't know. I was always tired during the school day because I was bored. Honestly. But like on the weekends, I was perfectly awake during the day. And I'm the same way now. Like I'm not currently in school. I start in a couple of weeks. I'll be going to my third college for this since I graduated. But I'm not in school. I'm home by myself during the day. I live with my dad still, but I'm home by myself during the day. And yeah, I'm up until I don't know 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and then I won't get up until like 1 or 2 in the afternoon. But when I wake up, like I'm not that tired. I mean, once I get a cup of coffee and a cigarette, I mean, I'm good to go. So I think that's just that's got to be any teenager or young adult. And that's just my opinion on that one. Please feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. And I'm not trying to be a smart ass with that. I'm being serious. Canines larger and sharper than average. Mine are normal size. Well, for the most part. They're a little bit longer than the rest of my teeth. But, I mean, my teeth are a little bit crooked. So it could just be the way my teeth sit. Usually appear deep in thought. If somebody looks at me, I don't look like I'm deep in thought. I have like this blank expression on my face 99% of the time. Whether I'm deep in thought or not, I have a blank expression on my face. And that's just the way I look. Heartbeat adjusts when close to someone or during sex. I've already addressed the close to someone, but during sex, yes, your heartbeat is going to adjust. I'm sorry, this one's making me laugh. Why would you even go there, first of all? Second of all, of course your heartbeat's going to adjust during sex. You're having sex, your heart rate's going to go up. It's vigorous activity, come on. Oh my god. That one just, I can't believe somebody would even say that. The next one is if a vampire looks at you while you're staring at them, your vision will blur and you will feel like you're being pushed or pulled. In parentheses, same effect happens through a camera lens or looking at a photo. I've never had anybody tell me if that's true or not. I am a vampire, so I don't know if that's true or not. So, I mean, if there's, like, okay, if anybody's watching this that's a vampire, if there's and I'm gonna have to ask a saying because sides don't typically have donors, but a saying, if you have a donor, could you please ask your donor if they've ever had this effect? Because it sounds ridiculous to me, but it could be true for all I know. I have no idea because I've never experienced it. It sounds a little ridiculous to me. But please, somebody please tell me. I mean, that's my question. If a vampire looks at a human while they're staring at them, their vision will blur and they will feel like they're being pushed or pulled. And the same effect happens through a camera lens or looking at a photo. Somebody please ask your donor and let me know if that's true or not, because I really want to know. I'm a little skeptical to that one myself, but it could be true. I don't know. The next says, if you look at a vampire, they will look at you automatically. I'm sure I've had plenty of people look at me that I didn't look at. Oh, and in parentheses it says, even if you are just looking around the room. I'm sure there's plenty of people that have looked at me that I haven't looked at. So I'm going to have to say that that one is probably not entirely accurate. The next one is vamp will be social with someone then shy with someone else. Okay, that's fucking everybody. Honestly, that's everybody. That is any natural human being. Like, honestly, you can go be social with somebody and then somebody else walks up and you're going to be shy because you don't know that person. Or because you're intimidated by that person. Or because that person is freaking really good looking. or that person just seems weird to you. I mean, there's a billion different reasons that you'd be shy against somebody else. So that one is just absolutely ludicrous. A vampire will have any personality except goth or emo. Okay. And let me just reference the man that went on the Tyra Banks show as a sanguinarian. And there's been a few news stories on sanguinarians, and one of the people that commented on my video, Alucardlestat, they all adopted the gothic look. So that statement right there is ludicrous. Absolutely ludicrous. Whatever your personality is your personality. You can't, you can change it, or you can pretend that you're changing it, but it's who you are, and it doesn't make a difference whether you're a vampire or not. Your personality is not going to change. And if you're a vampire, saying that you can't be goth or emo just because you're a vampire, that's bullshit. Be who you are. Be who you want. Don't let being a vampire fucking affect that. And then the last one is a vampire can eat normal food and does not need blood. And I'm like, what? What? Okay. For a psychic vampire, this is accurate. For a sanguinarian vampire, this is ludicrous. Blood or energy. They are necessities if you are a vampire. Because you will feel ill. You will get ill. You will not be healthy without your main source of... I'm drawing a blank on the word that I wanted. Main source of life force, I guess, would be the best way to word that. Blood for a sanguinarian, energy for a psi. I can't even respond to this one. Like, that one's ludicrous too. The next thing on the agenda is I saw this video and I laughed my ass off for a good hour. And then I look on the sidebar and there's videos entitled How to Become a Vampire and Spell to Turn Vampire and How to Tell if You're a Vampire and how to call a vampire and all this other crap. And it's the spell that supposedly you're supposed to say it at night no more than 3 times, and immediately after you say it, your canines are supposed to grow and you're supposed to feel dizzy and you might get a headache and all this other crap. And I saw this video and I was like, are you kidding me? Like, are you seriously kidding me? Like, if anybody has seen this and this spell has actually worked, I want to know. And I'm going to make my human best friend do it just to see. I mean, I'm not even kidding. Like, I just want to know. Because, from what I know, the only way to be a vampire is it's in your bloodline. You're either born one or you're not. That's how I thought it happened. And as for the how to identify a vampire and shit, okay, let me just throw out there that unless you are an active member in the vampire community in regions and areas that are very open-minded and accepting, or even if they're not open-minded and accepting, if you're very active in the community and you are going to adopt the look, such as the guy that went on the Tyra Banks show, or even the person that commented, the Alucardlestat person that commented on the video, they've got some videos up of them, and they're dressed pretty much goth in most of their videos, and they've even got the makeup and stuff. And I think in a couple of them they've got the fangs, I'm not sure. But, I mean, unless you are dressing the part, then there's really no way to identify a vampire, honestly. Because I can be walking down the street and nobody will ever know. Nobody will ever know that I'm a vampire because I look like a human. Because I am. Well, I'm not, but I am. I mean, I look no different than anybody else walking down the street. Honestly. I like to think that I'm a little prettier than everybody else, but, well, not everybody else, but most people. But I have a little bit of an ego. That's the whole werewolf thing kicking in. My cockiness. But you're not going to be able to identify a vampire. That's just ludicrous that somebody would even post this stuff. And I'm sorry that this video is earlier than you were expecting it. But I was dumbfounded, absolutely dumbfounded by the stuff that this guy was saying. I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So I posted a response, a comment, to his video. That said, if you want the truth, go look it up. There's plenty of websites that give you the truth. There's one really good website. I don't remember the name of it. I think it's like sanguine.net or sanguine.org or something like that. And VVC, Voices of the Vampire Community. They've got a lot of truth on there too. Like, they've got facts on there. And this guy's posting garbage, and there's people on there saying, okay, well, I fit this description, I fit this description, and as for the blood, yeah, I need some answers. Can somebody give me some answers? And there's people on there that are honestly asking for answers. And I'm like, okay, if you want to know, then go get the facts. Don't listen to this ludicrous crap. Because all this video is crap. Go get some real answers. And, I mean, I even directed him towards my page and told him to watch for a video log 2. Because that's what I'm trying to accomplish with this video right here. Letting you know that, letting anybody that's going to watch this know, that's wanting answers, know that the things that guy posted in his video are garbage. Honestly, they're garbage. And just because you fit some of those descriptions, and just because you crave blood every once in a while, okay, a lot of humans do crave blood. You're not really going to know for sure if you're a vampire or not unless you've got a very strong, open-minded community willing to help you strengthen your abilities and work with you to figure out if you are or not. There's no blood tests or medical tests that somebody can run and tell you, yeah, you're a vampire. You've got to... And if you're one of those crazed Twilight teenagers that just wants to be a vampire and you're looking for any excuse, I'm sorry, but please drop a rock on your head. I'm sorry. This is one point in the video where I'm going to be a dick. If you're a human and you just want to be a vampire because of Twilight and because of Vampire Diaries and all that shit, fucking drop a rock on your head. But if you're honestly confused and you don't know what's going on and you know you're different and you know there's something wrong or something that's different about you, but you can't find the answers you need, then, you know what, I'll post the URL. Here it is. I'll give you the URL to the website that's going to give you the answers you need. This is a good website. I've used it. I've referred some friends to it. Because it basically says, you know, a lot of the things that you're feeling are because you're a teenager. It's because you're growing up. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're a vampire. But my challenge to you guys this week is to go find me a video like this. This one. Go find me a video like this. Post the URL to it in my comments. Not so that I can ridicule everybody on YouTube, but because I need a good laugh. So there's your challenge for this video. Go find me a video like that so that I can laugh. Ah!